Jupiter could be more dangerous than black holes. Stunning images from the James Webb Space Telescope. Jupiter is considered a protector within our galaxy. Its intense gravitational pull brings asteroids and other planetary debris into its orbit and can fling large rocks back into outer space, so they do not present a danger to Earth. However, if Jupiter ever flung an asteroid into the midst of our solar system instead of away from it, we could be facing an extinction event. There is so much still left to discover about this gas giant orbiting around our Sun, and NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST for short, is just the tool that can give us the information we need. JWST has given us new, extraordinary, and breathtaking images depicting Jupiter and its moons. The images demonstrate how much detail the JWST is capable of capturing, including detail in extremely bright objects close to the Earth. NASA released the picture of the massive planet on July 14, 2022, such that it can now be seen in incredibly fine detail. The images were taken to test JWST's instruments before the start of science operations. What does this incredible image of Jupiter released by the JWST reveal about our neighboring planet? Could there be a habitable moon orbiting the gas giant? Is Jupiter more dangerous to Earth than black holes? Stick around until the end of the video to find out. Scientists at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore have said that the images of Jupiter display the full range Webb can see, from the faintest, most distinct observable galaxies to planets in our cosmic backyard that you can see with the naked eye from your actual backyard. These images display the full range of what Webb can see. Now, let's take an exclusive look at the incredible photo of Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, in infrared light captured by the JWST. At the left edge of the image, you'll notice the presence of Thebe, Jupiter's second largest inner satellite. Thebe is incredibly close to Jupiter, irregular in shape and full of ice, which is periodically ejected into space due to collisions with other celestial bodies. At the right edge of the image, you can see the tiny satellite Metis. Metis was discovered in 1979 in images taken by NASA's spacecraft Voyager 1, and in 1983 was named after Metis, the first wife of Zeus. Scientists immediately revealed that, firstly, Metis is the closest satellite to Jupiter and is irregular in shape, with one of its diameters being twice as large as the smallest one. Secondly, it's tidally locked to Jupiter and consists mainly of water ice. Thirdly, it orbits within Jupiter's main ring and is differently related to the formation of the rings. Metis is one of the two moons that orbit Jupiter in less than the length of Jupiter's day. The other moon is Adrestia. Our story continues with the fact that the details of the photo did not end there. The recognizable white spot you see in the image is a result of how Webb's infrared image was edited. You'll equally notice a huge Europa satellite on the left side of the image. It will interest you to know that Europa is not as big as it looks. It is not even as big as the Earth's moon, and it is the smallest of the 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter. Callisto is 1.5 times larger. Ganymede is almost twice as large, while Io is 5,000 kilometers thicker in diameter. Scientists are very interested in Europa because it is considered almost the main candidate for the presence of life in the solar system. Europa's closeness to the surface, where it could get interesting chemicals from space and other moons, increases the possibility of life having a shot on the satellite moon, mainly if it has pockets of water in the shell. NASA also noted that in contrast to Callisto and Ganymede, Europa's ocean is possibly in direct contact with warm rock at the seabed. The steady interaction between Europa and warm rock could supply hydrogen and other chemicals to the ocean. While the required energy input for life on Earth comes from the Sun, Europa's energy input might come from water-rock interactions on the seabed and surface chemistry. For a planet, Jupiter itself is huge. It just doesn't have enough mass to trigger a thermonuclear reaction. This doesn't in any way prevent it from building its solar system in miniature within many satellites, and of course rings that are perfectly visible in the photo. It is generally accepted that only Saturn has rings, but in reality, in our Milky Way galaxy, planetary rings are quite common. Other planets like Neptune and Uranus have rings, but unlike Saturn, Jupiter's rings are almost impossible to see with the naked eye and typically too small to see with a pair of binoculars. Why does Jupiter have rings? Scientists predicted the presence of rings in the 1960s, and in 1979, the Voyager spacecraft flying past the gas giant visually confirmed the Jovian ring system for the first time. The Jovian rings were the third ring system to be discovered after Uranus and Saturn. The Jovian ring system consists mainly of dust and has four main components: a relatively bright and exceptional ring called the main ring, a thick inner torus of particles called the halo ring, and two wide, faint, and thick outer gossamer rings. Jupiter is a huge planet with powerful gravity. Jupiter's rings consist mostly of dust, and the appearance of these rings is mostly caused when comets and asteroids or other large objects pass a little too close and get torn apart by its gravity. Jupiter will also attract large objects nearing our solar system that could be a potential hazard and then fling them back out into outer space, thus protecting our little corner of the cosmos. This, however, presents scientists a dilemma. If planetary objects can be flung out of the orbit of our sun by this gas giant, is it possible that it could eventually fling a massive space rock right at us? If ever vectored toward Earth, this scenario has the potential of destroying our home in the blink of an eye. Before we talk about utter destruction, let's take a look at the next picture. Here, this is the M74 galaxy, popularly known as the Phantom Galaxy. The James Webb Space Telescope produced a furiously detailed infrared image of the object, and although the image looks more like a work of art, in reality, it is a spiral galaxy 32 million light-years away from Earth in the constellation Pisces. M74 is well known to scientists, and to evaluate how much information JWST captures and relays in comparison with the Hubble telescope, scientists decided to take a shot of it and compare it with the iconic Hubble images. It turned out that Webb's telescope gave incredible detail. Despite the Hubble Space Telescope still orbiting Earth observing various spiral galaxies while providing groundbreaking research for the last 22 years, Webb's telescope can now peek into spiral galaxies with an unmatched level of accuracy and depth. The appearance of the M74 galaxy is like a whirlpool of purple, radiating counterclockwise from the galactic center. Scientists have confirmed that the purple color cast is real, emissions from interstellar cigarette smoke, which are usually polyaromatic hydrocarbons, makes the filter used for the red and blue channels brighter relative to green. When merged, these colors give purple a beautiful sight to behold. In comparison with the Hubble Space Telescope, Webb's image seems closer to reality. The image shot by Hubble at an optical range is data exposed to light and dust. However, JWST ignores light and dust. Although there are problems with colors from the point of view of the structure and composition of the galaxy, the detail of the JWST is simply fantastic. Research has shown that in reality, the center of the galaxy is actually empty, despite looking so bright in the optical range, and scientists are yet to provide an answer to the stranger phenomenon. Amazingly, the very first photographs of JWST are already prompting scientists to carry out in-depth research to provide answers to these fundamental questions. Although Jupiter has the power and potential to hurl a space rock at Earth, most scientists would agree that it is extremely unlikely. So for now, Jupiter will stay our friendly neighbor and cosmic protector. What new discoveries do you think we will find as the JWST digs deeper into the cosmos?